Good afternoon and welcome into YouTube Live and the New England Sports Village for Generals Academy hockey action. It's the U18 team taking on the Boston Hockey Academy. The U16s just finished up their weekend series with BHA. They fell last night by a score of 5-0. They fell today by a score of 9-0. The U18 Gens looking for a little bit of better luck. They're going to go to John Feely in between the pipes for the Gens. He started the season with the Generals and has been steady, to say the least, in the crease for head coach Eric Projan. On the other side of the ice, it's Andre Malkin for BHA. The starting lineup for the Generals: Brendan Wolesky with Connor Jalbert and Quinn Hollingsworth. Trevor Riggs on the blue line. He's been out with an injury. Happy to see him back in the lineup. And Drew Weston. Face-off won back by BHA. That was Burt. Brandon Burt wearing 6 in green. Immediately off sides. Burt with Key and Pye on the front end. On the back end is Andrew Toomey and Luke Moran. So face-off back to center ice. Again, won by Burt. Played to the near side for Pye. Pye looking to get around Riggs. Unable to. Riggs lays a hit onto Pye. Back to their way coming Wolesky with speed. Wolesky gives chase to the near side corner. Down behind the net, now to the far side he goes. Puck up the far side wall. Key trying to get around Drew Weston, unable to. A little bit of puck support, and they make their way to the general zone. It's Pye with possession. Played to Key in the slot. Onto Feely. Burt, a shot. Save made, rebound bouncing in front. Goes up towards the blue line. Net comes off its moorings. And the face-off should stay inside the general zone. They'll actually bring it outside. They'll say it was a BHA player that knocked it off. 42 seconds into the first period. The Gens switch up their unit. They bring on the Hellier brothers, Liam and Aiden Hellier, with Ryan Boyson, Owen Fleming, and Garrett Greenwood on the blue line. Face-off won by BHA. They've won 3 out of 3 face-offs so far. Out of his crease, Feely leaves it off. Garrett Greenwood up the near side, looking for Boyson. Out of his reach. Wong leaves it for Nikulin. Now here's Fleming. Rather than Nikulin, it's Sergei Nikulin, wearing number 5. Fleming up the far side to Liam Hellier, looking for his brother Aiden. It goes the way of Wong, wearing 3 in green. Wong up the near side wall. He was looking for his teammate Alexei Filimonov, but it goes down the ice for an icing. 15:38 to play in this first period. They're going to play a 17-minute first period. Then they'll play 8.5 minutes of the second period. Cut the ice, come back for the second half of the second 8.5 minutes, and then play the third period at 17 minutes. Cam Young in the face-off circle for the Gens. He's got Brady Erickson and Enzo Giuliani on his line. But the face-off is won again by BHA. Weston still on the ice on the defensive end with Gavin Hoffman now. The official takes a tumble. Puck goes off the glass and onto the back of the net. Now Anderson leans into the near side corner. Up top to Neves. Across the way he goes for Carl Worms. A shot onto Feely. Gets blocked in front. So now here's Cam Young off the wall. Worms a shot blocked down and redirected by Enzo Giuliani. Puck goes to Briggs. Briggs absorbs contact from Gavin Hoffman. Anderson looking to go to the far side corner. Leaves it off for Briggs. Briggs walks up the near side wall. Back down into the corner. Anderson chases. So does Drew Weston. Weston on the far side wall up towards Brady Erickson. And chip down the ice. The Gens can switch up their unit. Brady Erickson stays on the forecheck. Trevor Riggs back on the ice. Chips into the offensive end on sides as Worms goes back. He's pressured by Aiden Hellier. AJ Perillo now sends into the offensive zone. Perillo playing with Nick Constantine and Aiden Hellier. Garrett Greenwood to lead the regroup for the Generals. Plays off the far side wall to Aiden Hellier. Hellier in the middle of the ice looking for Perillo, though it goes the other way on the stick of number 37, Nick Hartek. Hartek absorbs a hit from one of the Generals. The team bench appreciates the effort. Puck goes down the ice. No icing, says the official. Miscommunication by the Generals defense in Riggs and Greenwood. Held in at the blue line by a BHA player. A shot onto Feely, turned aside. On the side of the cage was Gustav Kallerman. But Feely got there in time. Constantine tried chipping and chasing. He got shut down. Here comes Trevor Riggs. But Nick Constantine is going to go to the box, and early BHA will go on the power play. So Constantine sits for 2 minutes. 13:47 remaining in the first period. Connor Jalbert in for the faceoff. He's got Quinn Hollingsworth, Drew Weston, and Owen Fleming on the penalty kill for BHA. Filimonov on the blue line alongside Nick Coolin. Nick Coolin can't keep it in the offensive zone. On the front end, it's number 95, Maxim Key, with Sapotnik. And one more on the far side, that's Joey Curatone. Curatone, far side, played to the near side for Filiponov, and it goes into the neutral zone. Filimonov back on the far side around Liam Hellier, now working on Owen Fleming, gets around, keeps it now in the near side corner. Thrown ahead for Nikulin, back to Filimonov, back across the way, they find Sapotnik. Loose in front at the side of the cage was the BHA player Curatone. Delayed penalty against the Gens. They touch up, and for the next 59 seconds, it's going to be 5-on-3. Owen Fleming going to go to the box, 2 minutes for high sticking. Rather interference, the call on Fleming. That brings on Ryan Boyson to be the face-off taker. 5-on-3 for 59 seconds. In a 0-0 game, Boyson looks to clear the zone, is unable to get it past the defenseman wearing 21, Toomey. Near side, Pius shot, turned aside by Feely. Now Boyson sends it down the ice. He'll give chase. Toomey back for BHA. He's got Pye with him. Briggs. On the far side is Brady Huang. And Brandon Burt, the fifth player on the ice for the team wearing green. Toomey, near side to Burt. Burt, a shot loose in front. He found the stick of a teammate in Aiden Briggs, but it goes back to the blue line for Toomey. Toomey controls, back down low for Briggs, back up to Toomey. Briggs again, pops in front. Getting in the way was Liam Hellier. He sends it off the wall, glove down by Toomey. 14 seconds remaining in 5-on-3 hockey. Briggs back to Toomey. Toomey, the shot redirected, turned aside by Feely. Here's Trevor Riggs. The Wong controls, leaves off for Pye. Pye, the backhand try, in and out of the glove of Feely. It's 5-on-4 now for the next minute. Drew Weston joins the effort alongside Liam Hellier and Trevor Riggs. Now Ryan Boyson chases up to the blue line where it's kept in by Toomey. Riggs pressuring a player on the wall. Up to Toomey once more. Toomey looking for Huang. Instead chooses to go to the near side for Pye. Pye down low looking for Brady Huang. Now it goes in the far side corner for Briggs. Briggs pressured by Drew Weston. Comes up for Wong. Back down to Briggs. Back to Wong. Wong on the far side half wall. Sapotnik fresh on the ice. Was the intended receiver of the pass, though it goes back into the BHA zone. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Enough time for Pye to get up the ice. Into the offensive zone is Pye. Cuts towards the net below the goal line into the near side corner. Pye pressured by Garrett Greenwood. Taken by Enzo Giuliani. 2 seconds to 5-on-5 hockey. And Giuliani chases on the forecheck. So back to even strength. Good penalty kill by the Generals. First 5-on-4, then 5-on-3. Filimonov in tight, a shot, he scores. Fresh off the power play. Filimonov with speed up the far side, got in tight to John Feely and put it back to where he was coming from. And makes it 1-0 BHA with 10:36 to play in the first period. similar story to the U16 game. Penalties hurting the team and the eventual loss. Now Owen Fleming makes it into the offensive end, finds Aiden Hellier in the near side corner. Filimonov comes in for possession alongside Elijah Neves. Sent around to the far side by the defenseman Carl Worms. Played down the ice. Gavin Hoffman back for the Generals. Pressured hard by Lavrinchik. Back up the far side wall. Worms can't keep it in. Has to regroup. He looks for Neves on the far side. He's pressured by Nick Constantine. Here's Aiden Hellier. Hellier can't get it in. AJ Perillo will. Perillo near side half wall fires a shot wide of the cage. Owen Fleming decides not to drop down. Keeps it in the zone though. Plays to the middle of the slot. Keeps it in once more. Fleming to the near side of the blue line. Down for Nick Constantine in the corner. Worms comes over. Plays up the near side wall in the direction of Alexei Filimonov, who now holds possession to Sopotnik in the neutral zone. Gavin Hoffman takes it away. Hoffman gains the red line, sends it in on net where Malkin holds on for the stoppage. 9:32 showing on the scoreboard. Brings on Jalbert with Woleski and Hollingsworth for the Generals. Face-off won by BHA, controlled by Moran. Here's Jalbert, has a guy back door in Woleski, though the puck goes all the way to the blue line. A one-time shot from Drew Weston doesn't get through traffic, and back the other way coming Nyan Pai. Pai to the far side for Key. Key back in front looking for Moran, though Hollingsworth did a good job on the back check to negate the play. Kept in by Key. Key cuts towards the outside on the near side. Holds possession on the half wall. Trevor Riggs comes in for it for the Generals and plays it back for his defensive partner in Drew Weston. Weston pressured almost immediately by Brandon Burt, and it's back behind John Feely where Trevor Riggs can play it now in the near side corner. Riggs up the wall for Hollingsworth. Back to Hollingsworth again on the second try. Quinn Hollingsworth taken off his stick, but it's regained by Woleski on the near side. Jalbert will just chip it in off the glass. And the Gens will execute a full 5-player line change as BHA makes their way up the ice. It's Sean Anderson. Anderson over the red line near side. Absorbs contact from the Hellier brothers, Aiden and Liam. The two connected for the Gens' lone goal last week against Mount St. Charles on Wednesday in a scrimmage between the number 3 team in the nation and the Northeast Generals Academy U18 team. Aiden, who has the puck now, had the assist. He walked down below the goal line behind the net, passed it back to where he was coming from, where his brother Liam was waiting. Puck comes to Briggs near side of the neutral zone, walks into the offensive zone on his forehand, the left-handed shot, puts a shot off of the blocker of John Feely. Puck goes behind the goal line where Owen Fleming plays it, taken back by BHA and Anderson. Up towards the blue line for Hildebrand. Hildebrand back to Anderson. A pad save with the low far pad for John Feely. Now Wong sends a shot in, absorbs a big hit from Garrett Greenwood. Anderson receives below the goal line, goes to the far side. Now Hildebrand again, a long shot, redirected and put off the pad of Feely once more. Aiden Briggs joining Anderson on the ice with Wong. Wong controls, goes to the far side. Hildebrand a shot. Didn't get its way through traffic on net, instead found the corner. Wong stepped in to keep it, and now the other way coming the Generals. Liam Hellier leads the rush to the far side. A left-handed shot, controls in the left side corner. Pops in front for a backhand try, but standing tall was Malkin to keep it out. Played up the ice by Gustav Kalerman. Here's Owen Fleming. Fleming tried a cross-ice pass for Brady Erickson. Now was knocked down by the forward Troy Carson and sent back into the general zone. That provides an opportunity for Nick Hartek in the corner. 5 players in the area, make it 6 players, and the whistle gets blown. Face-off will come outside of the Gen zone into the neutral zone. At least that's what the official said originally. Now they'll bring it out into the neutral zone. 6:36 remaining in the first period. BHA leading 1-0 on a goal off the stick of Alexei Filimonov just after the power play had expired. Neves plays it across the ice. He was looking for his defensive partner in Toomey. Now BHA gets back into the general zone. John Feely controls, plays for Gavin Hoffman. Now Brady Erickson on the far side wall. Taken back by BHA. A shot from the far side of the blue line from Callerman. Goes into the near side corner. Back to Callerman in the slot. Cam Young got in the way of it, but it's kept in by the defenseman Toomey. Near side, pushed down towards Callerman. Callerman pressured by Trevor Riggs behind the net. Young comes in to help out. Giuliani finds it on the near side wall. Played up towards Young. Cam Young chips and chases. Brady Erickson behind the defense doing the chasing part while Andre Malkin plays it to the near side. Halkin, near side red line. Into the offensive zone now. Can't pull the trigger. Callerman comes in, picks it up. He fires a shot. Low far pad. Turned aside by Feely. Another try with another big rebound left out by the Generals netminder. Trevor Riggs reverse hits a BHA player, carries the puck up the near side of the Gen zone, finds Giuliani. Sent into the near side corner of the BHA zone. Moran plays it up the near side wall. He finds Filimonov. Now in the neutral zone. Constantine couldn't hit Sapotnik, but the Gens come away with possession anyway. Constantine, it goes off his skate and down the ice. He was about 1.5 feet inside his own end of the red line, so icing called with 5:11 playing this first period. Aiden Hellier in for the faceoff. He's got Constantine and Perillo. Filimonov brings one off the crossbar and it goes into the netting, so we'll do it again. So we'll do it again. Sapotnik and Aiden Hellier. Again, won by Sapotnik. This time Filimonov sends a puck about ankle height off the pad of John Feely. Behind the net, controlled by Lovrichnik. To the far side corner, the two 11s come together. BHA comes away with it. Another shot onto Feely, turned aside. Rebound picked up by Drew Weston. Played up the far side wall. Sapotnik plays it to the slot. Now here's Moran, near side, top of the circle. Drops down a shot. Turned aside by Feely once more. Picked up by Owen Fleming. Kept in the zone, though, by Worms. Worms drops down, far side. Played to the slot. Filimonov tried a toe drag. He keeps possession, getting around Drew Weston. Now Levichnik, a shot into the glove and held onto by Feely. 4:26 remaining in the first period. Gens will switch up their unit. Bring on the Jalbert, Woleski, Hollingsworth line with Greenwood and Riggs on the back end. Two of the bigger bodies on the Generals roster. Riggs, very, very physical, but don't let you think he can't skate the puck. Loves to join the rush on the offensive end. Garrett Greenwood, a leader both on and off the ice, plays up the far side wall. Jalbert can't get it out of the zone, though. Sent back in. Now Woleski, top of the circle in his own zone. Sent back in by the defenseman wearing 5 in green. That's Serhii Nikulin, and they score. I was looking at my game notes, and BHA finds a way to get one past John Feely. The goal scorer is Nyan Pai, and they make it 2-0 with 4:11 remaining in this first period. The ensuing face-off won back by Woleski. Riggs sends it down the ice. First one there is Nikulin. Nikulin pressured by Jalbert. Woleski comes in to help out, though it goes to Wong on the near side. Now Hollingsworth forces a turnover. Jalbert comes in to help out. Near side corner, two Gens, two BHA players. Puck goes high in the air off of the AC duct here at the Village. The faceoff will stay inside the BHA zone. 3:47 showing on the clock. So Hollingsworth with Jalbert and Woleski still. Jalbert, the left-handed shot, will take the faceoff on the right-hand side of the zone. Woleski, the right-hand shot, lines up in the trigger spot. Jalbert pushes it forward, throws in front for Hollingsworth, goes to the blue line. Now a shot from Greenwood gets blocked in traffic. Hollingsworth finds it, turns and fires, but blocked down by the player wearing 7 in green. That's Aiden Briggs. Riggs, for the Generals, lays a hit in the offensive end. His team gets loud for him as Hollingsworth tries to send back into the offensive zone. Riggs hits Briggs. Puck gets played back into the Generals' end for Garrett Greenwood. Off of the wall, now Connor Jalbert controls. Jalbert up the near side for Hollingsworth, back to Jalbert, 2-on-1. Jalbert with a step alone, a shot save made by Malkin. Rebound goes into the far side corner. 3 minutes remaining in this first period. BHA leading the Gens Academy 2-0 in the U18 matchup. Jalbert plays in the near side for Waleski, a long shift for this top line. Fresh on the ice, Gavin Hoffman takes a tumble in the offensive zone. Back the other way, coming Neves, 2-on-2. Neves near side corner, taking a trip around, plays it in front. Filimonov, a shot save made by Feely. He didn't know where it was. It's caught in his paraphernalia, and he'll take it and hold on to it for the stoppage. 2:40 showing on the scoreboard. Sapotnik leans in for the face-off for BHA. Filimonov again in that trigger position. Left side of the zone, left-handed shot. Perfect situation for a player with a quick release. Puck goes all the way back to the BHA zone. Liam Hellier hard on the forecheck alongside Ryan Boyson. Hoffman keeps it in, sends a shot on net that's redirected. Ryan Boyson finds it in the circle on the far side. Played up top to Hoffman, top of the circle, his shot into the glove of Malkin. And held on for the stoppage. Aiden Hellier will take the face-off. Boyson in the trigger spot. Face-off won by BHA, though. Boyson caused the turnover and is taken right back by Sapotnik. Filimonov through the neutral zone to Larichnik, far side. Taken off his stick. Here comes Aiden Hellier on a breakaway with a step. Hellier is forehand, a shot. Glove save made by Malkin. The Gens' best opportunity of the afternoon. Aiden Hellier on a breakaway. Chose the glove side to shoot towards, but Malkin, the netminder wearing 5-0 in green, grabs it with the glove, showing off the leather. Giuliani off the face-off to Weston. His shot blocked down in traffic. The shot blocker now with possession, Brandon Burt. Shaking his hand, looks like he might have gotten this puck off his glove. Key into the offensive end, gets taken down. Brady Erickson pressuring Moran, who sends it deeper into the Gen zone for Trevor Riggs to play. Riggs up the far side for Giuliani. Enzo Giuliani poked off his stick. Cam Young comes over, and the automatic offsides means the faceoff will come all the way down the ice. Cam Young will take the draw for the Gens. He's got Giuliani and Erickson. Riggs and Weston, the defenseman, with 1:24 remaining in this first period. Key for the team in green has Filimonov behind him. Won by BHA. Filimonov plays to the blue line. Toomey, a long shot off of the stick of Brady Erickson into the near side corner. Gens up the ice. Giuliani gains the red line. Can't get much farther. Trevor Riggs comes in to help out. Backhanded into the offensive end where it's gloved down by Toomey. Played up to Filimonov. Near side, Filimonov spin move trying to get around Weston. Has to throw it across the ice to Toomey. His shot blocked by Riggs. Now Cam Young finds it. Under a minute remaining in this first period. 52 seconds to be exact. BHA in the offensive zone. Filimonov controls. Curls up the wall. Finds a teammate in Moran. His shot goes wide. Net comes off its moorings. And the whistle is blown. .40.5 seconds remaining in the period. Face-off will stay inside the Gen zone. Oleski takes the draw, wins it back. Owen Fleming off the far side wall. Up for Jalbert. Hollingsworth to Oleski, back to Hollingsworth far side. He sends it in on to Malkin. Malkin leaves it off for Moran. 26 seconds remaining in the period. Fleming lays a hit, keeps it in the offensive zone. Here's Toomey, played around the wall, taken by Jalbert. Can't enter the offensive zone yet. Now the Gens get back on sides. Hollingsworth in the middle of the ice, cuts towards the near side and just sends it in. 5 seconds remaining. Jalbert in the far side corner to Oleski. Back in front was Fleming, but the pass got knocked down by the defenseman wearing 86, Gustav Kellerman. And the time expires for the first period. BHA holding on to a 2-0 lead over the 18U Gens Academy team. Second period action coming up right next on YouTube Live. Welcome back into YouTube Live, just moments away from the first half of the second period. I said it at the top of the broadcast. They play 17-minute periods, but only one ice cut, so you split the second period in half and have an intermission. So 8.5 minutes before our ice cut. Gens will go right to left across your screen in the middle stanza. They'll start with Perillo and Constantine, centered by Aiden Hellier, Garrett Greenwood, and Owen Fleming, the defenseman. On the other side of the ice, Key back on the ice with Nyan Pai. The centerman, Brandon Burt. Pai makes his way to the offensive end. A shot through a screen onto Feely. Can't corral the rebound, so he pushes it into the corner where Key picks up. Now Constantine up for Aiden Hellier. Hellier through the middle of the ice has Fleming on the far side. He gets him. Fleming tried going between his own legs, and it goes the other way on the stick of Burt. Burt near side has Key with him. Thrown back door off of Garrett Greenwood. Key picks up in the near side corner. Up top, Nikulin. Nikulin holds, finds Key. Key back in front. Owen Fleming takes it away. Trying to clear the zone. Has to curl back as Pai's all over him. Played up the far side, intended for Constantine, picked up by Wong. Perillo knocks it down. Sapotnik finds it. Given back to Wong. A shot blocked by his own guy. Wong regains it. Back up to Nikulin. A long shot blocked down by Perillo. Played to the far side wall. EHA, extended zone time. Sapotnik finds it near side corner. Pushed back down low. Held on to by 86. Kellerman. Make that rather 96, Lovrenchik. Puck played up to the blue line. Now Sapotnik near side wall, turning and firing. He missed the net. Wong keeps it in, goes down for Filimonov. Filimonov pressured, regains it with space, holds, finds Sapotnik up to Nikulin. Nikulin, the shot, rebound went straight to Filimonov at the back door, but he wasn't ready for it. Filimonov near side, Nikulin the shot, save made, still a big rebound. Gets cleared down the ice, Warms to regroup. Gens have the long change this second period, so it plays a factor in getting the guys on the ice at the right time. Back in front was Lovrenchik rather. Interesting name. No line charts today for BHA, so we just have the roster stickers they use for the game sheets. Near side corner. Pushed up towards the blue line for Neves. Back down, Sapotnik Back in front for Filimonov. He fanned on the one-time attempt. Controls on the near side. Up top to Warms at the blue line. Across the way to Neves. Neves forced to the wall. Goes down for Sapotnik. Up top, Filimonov stick handles and fires wide of the cage. Sapotnik, the tough angle try on the rebound. Now Filimonov gloves it down. Taken away by Enzo Giuliani. The Gens going the other way. Into the middle of the ice for Cam Young. Giuliani comes in, finds possession. Taken back by BHA. Trevor Riggs has to curl back up the ice. Offside, says the official, with 5:45 to play in the second period. And the faceoff will stay inside the neutral zone. Cam Young with Brady Erickson and Enzo Giuliani. Riggs and Hoffman for the Gens. Puck gets played to Riggs' corner. Riggs shakes off the forechecking Aiden Briggs. The two have collided a couple of times today. Trevor Riggs with the victory most of the time. Of course, with that big frame, he's going to be. Pushes things to the outside in the near side corner. Pressuring the forward, Sean Anderson. Puck comes to Brady Erickson. Taken back by Briggs. Now here's Enzo Giuliani. Giuliani. Played back into the neutral zone off of Cam Young and back into the offensive end offsides with 5:07 to play in the second period. Brings up the Hellier brothers with Ryan Boyson. Boyson, an alternate captain for this Gens 18U team, alongside Enzo Giuliani with A's on their chests. Puck on the far side, gloved down by Fleming, played to the near side corner. Liam Hellier retrieves. Hellier pushed up the near side wall, taken back by BHA. Boyson regains, finds Liam Hellier once more, back to Boyson, up to the blue line. Riggs, make that Fleming controls. Fleming to Weston, near side Weston, the shot redirected in front by Aiden Hellier, and Malkin forced just to hold on. Sim unit stays on for the Gens while Callerman comes on alongside Brady Wong. Brandon Burt leans in for the face-off. He's got Maxime Key with him. And Nyan Pai. Gens win the face-off. Aiden Hellier, far side corner, holds, finds Fleming on the near side. Fleming pushes back down the wall, though Key is there, so Boyson has to come help out. Push down towards Liam Hellier. Liam Hellier behind the net. Up towards Aiden Hellier, now in the corner. Liam near side. Cuts into the corner, now up the wall. Liam Hellier holds on his forehand, reverses it down for Boyson, but getting in the way of it was Burt. It's sent back into the BHA zone. Now Liam Hellier enters the offensive end. BHA getting up the ice. Here's Pai working 1-on-3. Put the brakes on sides, though the official calls it off with 3:49 to play in the second period. Brings on Jalbert with Hollingsworth, centered by Woleski. Brendan Woleski, tendered by the NAHL Generals earlier this year. Filimonov, nice toe drag into a shot blocker, save made by Feely. Woleski joined by Ryan Sachs, a Gens 18U team member, as tenders of the NAHL team this season. And Nolan Zotter, who played 18U Gens last year, now with the NA3HL Gens, tendered by the team. Woleski in front, save made by Malkin. Very far out of his crease, taking away as much of the net as possible. Filimonov back up the ice, cuts towards the outside on his backhand. Forehand, he scores! Almost identical to his first goal. Last time, he put the puck back to where he was coming from. This time, carried it across the crease and put it over top the blocker of John Feely. So with 3:11 remaining in the first half of the second period, BHA takes a 3-0 lead over the Gens. Brings on Constantine and Perillo with Aiden Hellier. Briggs wins the face-off, leaves it off for a line mate in Joey Curtatone. Now on the near side, AJ Perillo can't clear the zone. Worms keeps it in. Aiden Hellier gets it out. It's sent back down the ice into the Gens' end off of Perillo, so no icing. Curtatone, side of the net, taken by Gavin Hoffman. Briggs sends it back in. Owen Fleming forced to play it. Fleming. Far side, up ahead, Constantine, 3-on-1 for the Gens. Constantine holds on his forehand. A shot into the chest of Malkin is held onto for the whistle. New unit on for the Gens. Giuliani and Erickson, centered by Young. Fleming and Hoffman stay. New line for BHA as well. Cam Young pushes it forward off the draw. Played to the near side now for BHA. Down the ice it goes. And icing called, so we'll do it all again from the same spot. Off the face-off, BHA comes away with it. Filimonov plays to the near side. Those taken by Erickson. Back for Fleming. Fleming curls up the far side wall through the neutral zone for Giuliani. Now Toomey controls back in his own end for BHA. Owen Fleming keeps it in at the blue line, far side, just in front of his own bench as we tick down towards 2 minutes remaining in this first half of the second period. Now Young up towards Giuliani. Just inside the red line, no icing, says the official, as out of his crease comes Malkin to play it. Cam Young, near side corner. Sapotnik for BHA. Puck comes up the half wall. And the whistle blown. Face-off will stay inside the BHA zone. Brings up the Hellier brothers with Ryan Boyson, Riggs, and Weston. Liam Hellier faces off against Burt in the face-off circle. Burt pushed it forward. Weston kept it in, holds it now in the far side corner. Liam Hellier down for Weston. Weston turning and firing, and held on to by Malkin. A minute and a half remaining until the ice cut. Helliers and Boyson still on. Far side face-off circle. Won by Liam Hellier. Boyson in a battle for possession on the wall. Burt comes in, sends it high in the air into the neutral zone. Back is Drew Weston. Played to Aiden Hellier. Gens in their own zone. Back up the far side for Boyson. Liam Hellier comes in for possession, sends it down the ice. And icing called once more. Now 1:10 remaining in this first half of the second period. So face-off inside the Gen zone. It brings on Brendan Woleski. Woleski wins the face-off with a little bit of help from Quinn Hollingsworth, who comes in for possession. Hollingsworth crosses the red line, sends it into the offensive end. Played up the near side wall. Lavrinchik can't keep possession. Hollingsworth a shot on net, gets held onto. 55 seconds remaining in this first half of the second period. Jalbert will take the face-off now as the left-handed shot in the right side circle. Woleski in the trigger position, 1-2 Hollingsworth, though he couldn't pull the trigger, couldn't really find the puck. Now Filimonov taken away by Woleski, sent back in. Jalbert on the chase, Malkin out of his crease to play it, taken by Woleski off the wall. Filimonov took it back, up to Pye, pressured by Woleski. Cut to the outside, now in front to Feely, who blockers it aside. Up top to the blue line, Wong a shot through traffic, redirected. Feely pushed it to the near side corner this time. Worms keeps it in, 25 seconds to play in the period. Loose in front, Pye had a good look, and Feely forced to hold on. .4 until the ice cut. Riggs comes on with the Hellier brothers. Boyson and Weston. Aiden Hellier to take the draw. Winger comes in, that's Pye taking possession. Near side wall, Drew Weston pressured by Pye, can't clear his own. Pye takes it back to the corner, thrown in front. There's Filimonov, a shot turned aside by Feely. 5 seconds remaining, chipped high in the air. Just enough down the ice, that time will expire. And we'll go to our intermission. BHA leading the Gens 3-0 here on YouTube Live. Welcome back into YouTube Live in the New England Sports Village. Gens Academy action getting ready for the second half of the second period. The 18U Gens taking on Boston Hockey Academy. BHA holding on to a 3-goal lead. It was Alexei Filimonov finding the back of the net 2 times on 2 very similar goals, once in the first half of the second. We'll play 8.5 minutes to finish the second period, then a 17-minute third. All of that time for the Gens to get back into this game and pick up a win over BHA. They start with Aiden Hellier, Liam Hellier, Ryan Boyson, Fleming, and Weston on the blue line. Gens win the face-off. They're going right to left across your screen for the rest of this second period. Burt into the offensive end. Onside, says the official. Weston lays a hit just inside the blue line. That was on the forward, Brandon Burt. To the near side, the puck comes for Liam Hellier. Hellier knocked down out of mid-air. Neat key on the side of the net. And it's turned aside by John Feely. So now 8:05 remaining in this second period. Brings on Hollingsworth with Woleski and Jalbert. A very fast line for head coach Eric Prosian. Filimonov lines up in the trigger position. Finds it off the faceoff. A shot gets blocked down by Riggs. Riggs will make his way up the ice. Finds Jalbert into the offensive zone. Malkin out of his crease to plate. Filimonov on the far side. Taken back. Jalbert alone. He shoots. Save made by Malkin. He got it in between the legs and jumps on the rebound for the whistle. I want to say the best opportunity of the day for the Generals, but Aiden Hellier, a breakaway back in the first period. Jalbert with a small breakaway there. Both times Malkin, the netminder for BHA, standing tall and making the save. Riggs drops down to a knee, keeps it in the offensive end. His shot blocked down by the stick of the forward Brady Wong. Now here comes the other way, Subotnik, far side around Riggs, holds on his forehand, a backhand gets pushed to the side of the net. Now here's Nikulin. Down the half wall, Filimonov in the slot, cuts down into the near side corner, back up the circle, back now to the blue line, on the wall, down low, he drops it for Lavrisnik. Lavrinchek, pressured by Garrett Greenwood. Now Woleski back up the near side wall, finds Connor Jalbert. Puck makes its way to the neutral zone where Wong controls. Wong trying to create separation, bounces it off the glass at center ice and into the offensive zone. Filimonov, the first one on it. Now on the far side half wall, curls the top of the circle. A shot gets deflected off a Gen's stick and over top the netting with 6:41 remaining in the second period. Cam Young to take the face-off for the Gens. 1-2 Gavin Hoffman, given away to Anderson in the slot, still loose, picked up by Young. He'll make his way up the ice. Worms takes control of possession, sends it back in. John Feely out of his crease, leaves it for Fleming. Quickly corralled though by BHA, and a bad turnover results in a goal for BHA and Sean Anderson. Feely and Fleming, a miscommunication behind the net. Dropping down, Aiden Briggs picked up possession and just found Anderson in front. Cam Young for the face-off again against Briggs. Curtatone and Anderson, the wingers, won by BHA. They send into the offensive end, just about 6 inches inside the blue line. Then it goes into the neutral zone, sent back in to the bench of BHA. Face-off will stay in the neutral zone. 6:12 remaining in the second period. Cam Young pushes forward off the draw. Pushes it on net from the neutral zone. Brady Erickson on the forecheck. Enzo Giuliani, the third forward on the ice, while it's played to the near side for Gavin Hoffman. Ahead towards Erickson. Pushed to the middle of the ice and comes back the other way. Giuliani at the red line, far side, just in front of the penalty boxes. Leaves it off for a teammate and Owen Fleming. Now Erickson ahead for Cam Young. Pinched off by the defenseman Worms and sent back to the Generals' end of the ice. Gavin Hoffman steps up. Worms does the same. Now Carson leaves it off for Worms. Played by Fleming in his own zone up the near side wall. All the way down the ice. Cam Young looks to win a race, but getting there is Neves to get it out of danger. Fleming takes it away. Good opportunity. Fleming, a shot. He scores! Owen Fleming gets the Gens on the board with 5:26 remaining in the second period. Now 4-1 BHA leads. Waleski wins the ensuing faceoff. He's centering with Constantine and Perillo now. Waleski tried setting it in the zone. The official blocked it down. Now he does so on the second try. Played up the near side wall. Key is there. Leaves it for Burt. Burt and Waleski in a foot race. The General wins it, takes possession, and is now behind his own net. Played up the far side. Bai takes it for BHA. Cuts towards the outside. Throws a shot on net. That's deflected by Weston into the netting with 4:54 to play in the second period. Owen Fleming finding the back of the net. A very active defenseman in the offensive end. Gets his team on the board. They now trail by 3. Waleski for the faceoff again. Battle for possession off of it. Pushed on to Feely. He'll just hold on and we'll do it again. Hildebrand and Moran, the defenseman for BHA. Key, Burt, and Pye on the front end for the team wearing green. AJ Perillo drops down, sends it up the far side wall. Nick Constantine lost it in his skates. Back down low is Pye. Up to Key, a shot off the crossbar, no goal. So now here's Constantine. Absorbs a big hit just inside his own zone. Pye controls, Pye. Who sent a shot on net. Wasn't sure if that was Pye or Key. Pye makes a nice move, but falls to his knees, and it's cleared out of the zone by Drew Weston. Here's Hildebrand up through the middle of the ice. There was Constantine who knocked it down, but coming back the other way is 96, Simon Lavridchik. Filimonov, 2 goals today, plays to the near side, Nikulin. Nikulin, a shot. Misses everything, goes to the far side corner. Filimonov finds it, cuts towards the slot on his backhand, protecting. Nikulin, a shot blocker save, rebound all the way down the ice, up the middle of the ice, and back for it is Toomey. Toomey up the near side for Filimonov, goes the way of Trevor Riggs. Back in where Malkin leaves it for Toomey in the BHA zone. Back down, now Garrett Greenwood to receive for the Gens. Has Lavrenchik all over him, so he reverses it to Fleming. Fleming, the Gens goal scorer in this second period. Played back, Aiden Hellier for it, with Liam Hellier, Ryan Boyson, Greenwood, and Fleming on the ice. Filimonov cuts towards the middle, goes down. 3-on-2 for the Gens. Greenwood joins the rush. Greenwood near side, looking down for Liam Hellier. Puck goes back up towards the blue line. Kept in by Fleming. Now taken out by Filimonov. Up for Curtatone, but too far for the forward to reach it, so it goes to the far side corner with 2:49 remaining in this second period. Filimonov looking to get separation from Aiden Hellier. Finds it, cuts towards the slot. Hellier takes it away. Played up to Ryan Boyson. Make that his brother Liam Hellier. And Liam Hellier will get his feet moving up the ice. Hellier over the red line, now the blue line, near side. Still with it on his forehand. Tough angle shot, turned aside by Malkin. Ryan Boyson avoided a collision. But back the other way coming Curtatone. Curtatone giving away to Gavin Hoffman. Hoffman in the neutral zone absorbs a big hit from Subotnick, but the Gens make their way to the offensive zone. Hollingsworth near side corner comes together with Joey Curtatone. Another collision, this time Curtatone on the receiving end. Puck comes up towards the blue line. Curtatone can't get it out. Trevor Riggs keeps it in. Sent down into the corner once more on the stick. Woleski, a shot, he scores. Jalbert went behind the net, sent it back to where he came from, and Woleski finished it, an exact replica of the goal the Generals scored against Mount St. Charles when the Hellier brothers connected last Wednesday. So Woleski, tendered to the NAHL Gens, finds the back of the net, and now it's a 2-goal game with 1:52 remaining in the second period. Here's Burt off the face-off, looking for a teammate in Key. Pye in the corner, thrown off the side of the net. Woleski finds it, avoids a hit from Burt. Puck goes into the neutral zone. Toomey plays to Worms. Worms wraps it around the wall. John Feely can't stop it, so Key has it. Thrown in front, looking for Burt. It gets pushed back to the outside. Toomey at the blue line, down to Key. Key down for Pye behind the net. Pye looking to throw it in front. Woleski got in the way of it, plays it to the near side where Connor Jalbert gains possession. Jalbert ahead, finds Drew Weston, looking for Hollingsworth. The puck goes all the way down onto Malkin, and he pushes it aside for Worms. Gens switch up their unit. Puck comes down the ice onto Feely. And the Gens netminder will hold on with exactly 1 minute remaining. Clock still going though. And 4 seconds came off of it. 56.8 showing on the board. So they'll put the 3 seconds and change back on the board. 1 minute to play in the second period. Gens trailing 4-2. They've scored 2 unanswered. First was Owen Fleming, the defenseman. Then a beautiful goal from Brandon Woleski, finishing on a pass from Connor Jalbert from behind the net. BHA, Filimonov backdoor to Subotnick, and John Feely stretching out, using all of his wingspan to get a piece of it. Net comes off. And the faceoff will stay inside. Face-off won by the Generals. Garrett Greenwood plays off the near side wall to Brady Erickson. Now Filimonov for BHA. Poked off his stick by Trevor Riggs and into the neutral zone. Cam Young can't get it much farther. So BHA controls in their own zone. Filimonov in the neutral zone for Subotnick far side. Trevor Riggs had him lined up. Subotnick jumped out of the way. Tapped in by Lavrinchik. Taken now Enzo Giuliani. With speed, Giuliani through the middle of the ice. Now on the near side, top of the circle, curls back up towards the blue line. He was looking for Brady Erickson in the slot. Erickson absorbed some contact. Now looking for it in the neutral zone. He'll leave it back with Garrett Greenwood as time expires in the second period. The Gens entered it trailing 3-0. They leave it trailing 4-2. A 2-goal game when we come back for a third period action between the Gens Academy 18U team and Boston Hockey Academy 18U team here on YouTube Live. Welcome back into YouTube Live in the New England Sports Village. Ezra Ginello, the Director of Communications and Broadcasting for the Generals organization, with you for the final 17 minutes of regulation. Gens Academy 18U team in action. Plenty of hockey this weekend for the Gens organization. The NA team split a weekend series down in Philly with the Philadelphia Rebels. NAHL leading point scorer Dave Andrechuk with a plethora of points, I believe 5 total in the 2 games. The academies both in action last night and today. 2-game series against their counterparts at the Boston Hockey Academy. And then we're closing out the weekend tonight at 7 p.m. The NA3HL Gens are on the road visiting the Danbury Hat-Trick, so you can catch the action on Hockey TV. Woleski in for the faceoff. 2 Gens are about 2 feet inside the faceoff circle. Pye pushes the faceoff back to Hildebrand through traffic. It's loose behind John Feely, and BHA scores. He got most of it, but not all of it. Getting behind the Gens netminder was Maxime Key, and he makes it 5-2 BHA. So the Hellier brothers back on with Fleming, Hoffman, and Boyson. Aiden Hellier wins the faceoff back to Hoffman. Reversed back to Fleming on the D-to-D pass. Pushed ahead to the offensive end. Now Fleming controls in the neutral zone. Owen Fleming has a goal today. Sends a shot in onto Malkin. That's blocker to side. Up the far side wall. BHA down the ice. Owen Fleming has to retrieve the puck back behind his own net, reverses it to Gavin Hoffman in the near side corner. Hoffman through the middle of the ice, such an ill-advised pass. It went right under the stick of Maxime Key. Here's Fleming, though. It almost works out for the Gens. A good opportunity on the other side of the ice. This puck went down into the BHA end, and Owen Fleming was the first one to get to it. Key back to the general zone. Plays it around on the far side. Sapotnik fresh on the ice, leaves for Filimonov. Filimonov, middle of the slot, now on the near side, top of the circle, drops down from the dot, a shot blocked down by Owen Fleming. Filimonov keeps it down to Sapotnik, taken by Aiden Hellier. He ran into his own guy and Gavin Hoffman, and the puck stays in the general zone. Moran sends it in, Sapotnik plays it, but Hoffman regains it. Liam Hellier now with speed up for Aiden Hellier. Bit of a bouncing puck goes over his stick. Malkin plays it up the near side to Sapotnik, to Filimonov, into the neutral zone and offsides with 15-17 remaining in regulation. We met the Gens staff during the 16s game. Let's meet the Gens staff during the 18s game. The midget director and head coach of the academy teams, Eric Prosian. He's assisted by Mike Rakes. The General's director of hockey operations, or president of hockey operations and head coach of the NA team, GM of the NA3 team, is Brian Erickson. John Feely taking a moment to fix his gear. The president of business operations is Matt Atherton, director of social media is Lily Ramundo. I'm Ezra Ginello, the director of communications and broadcasting. Dylan Trelligan, the team's athletic trainer, at home today. Shane Stone, though, the equipment manager, in attendance. He's not working the game, but he came to support his former teammates. His girlfriend's in town, a student at Sacred Heart University, lives in the area. And they decided to spend their Sunday afternoon watching. Now, so he's the equipment manager. John Feely has an issue with his pads. You see him come running around the rink to help out John Feely. So he's helping the netminder out with his pads. Head coach Eric Prosian is adamant about something in conversation with the official. John Feely getting his equipment worked on. And they're going to require Finn Jacks to come into the game And Perosian's telling Feely, he goes, you're going right back out there once we get this fixed. So Jax is cold, comes in, doesn't even get a chance to warm up. Filimonov in on the net, pushed to the outside. Glove down by a BHA player, picked up by Filimonov. Moran can't keep it in the zone. Down the ice, no icing, Toomey back to receive. If I'm head coach Eric Perosian, I'm understandably upset. You're being told you have to put a new goalie in. You didn't get a chance to warm up. Toomey sends it on to Jax, blockered away. And now Drew Weston in the far side corner. Sapotnik taken by Connor Jalbert. Drew Weston back up the far side, up to Hollingsworth with a step. Quinn Hollingsworth has Waleski back in front. And it goes off a body, and Malkin holds on for the whistle. So now Finn Jocks gets a chance to get set in his crease. Jocks got the start on Wednesday against Mount St. Charles, and presumably, if Feely's getting the start tonight, Jocks played last night at BHA. Cam Young in the face-off circle, won it back, but shot out of a cannon is the forward wearing 18, Joey Curtatone. Curtatone pushes it to the far side corner. Weston plays it up to the blue line. Worms keeps it in, throws a shot on net that's redirected. Anderson in front. He has a goal today. Now it's Weston up ahead to the blue line. Worms keeps it in. Here's Weston once more up the near side. Enzo Giuliani will use his feet, gains the offensive end, leaves it off for Weston. Now pushed down the wall behind the net. Worms back for it for BHA. In the neutral zone is Owen Fleming. He sends it deep. We'll let Cam Young do the chasing onto Worms. Giuliani controls near side of the BHA zone. Taken back, though, by Briggs. He makes his way up the ice. Briggs near side. Has Anderson in the middle. Thrown in front. The net comes off its moorings. Whistles come in. And we'll get a stoppage, 13:30 to play in the third period. Face-off won by BHA. Owen Fleming controls now. Played to the far side. Key in front to Pye. A shot. He missed the net. Now Fleming again up the near side this time. Hildebrand can't keep it in the zone. Offsides called by the official. So the face-off will come to the neutral zone. John Feely still being worked on by General's equipment manager, Shane Stone. Stone and I got in last night at about 4:30 to the Village. Both stayed for about an hour and a half. He was getting the equipment done for the NA team. I was setting up the broadcasts for this morning's Academy games. Thankfully, we both left and got some sleep before coming back to the Village for the games. Puck up the near side wall. Sent back into the general zone offsides. So we'll get another neutral zone faceoff. So John Feely's ready to go. He'll come back into the game. BHA will get their top unit back on as well. Filimonov with Sapotnik and Lavrinchik. Face-off will be at center ice based on where the puck came from on the offsides call. Waleski takes the draw, wins it back, and is AJ Perillo for it. Perillo to Waleski. And then Waleski down into the near side corner. Perillo lays a hit, puck goes down the ice. It's on net, so no icing. Played up the near side. Here's Owen Fleming through the middle of the ice, taken back by Filimonov. Filimonov into the offensive zone around Fleming. Waleski back for possession, poked up the near side wall towards his winger. Waleski refines it, can't advance up the ice, and the Gens bench wanting an interference penalty. Their player with the speed to win the race, but wasn't able to advance. Puck sent back down, no icing, says the official, with 12 minutes to play in the third period. Boyson hard on the forecheck, causes the turnover. Played up top to Liam Hellier. Hellier, far side on the half wall, leaves for his brother Aiden. Puck goes down towards the corner. Liam Hellier goes to get it. Boyson comes in to help out as well. Boyson holds on. Sapotnik takes it away. Curls back behind his own net, and we'll look at his options. He chooses the near side as he gives it off to the defenseman Peter Hildebrand. Hildebrand sends it in on net and gets off for a change. Here's Neves, near side of his own zone, D to D, to his partner wearing 21 in green. That's Andrew Toomey. Cross ice dump to the near side. Back is Fleming. It's stopped behind the net. Filimonov in front. He scored, but the net was off its moorings. The whistle came before the shot. And so the game stays at 5-2 with 11:21 remaining in the third. The BHA coach, Nate Bostic, looking for an explanation. But the whistle was blown well before the shot was taken. I mean, it's a pretty simple call, but of course you want the explanation from the official. Callerman on the ice for BHA alongside Troy Carson and Nick Hartek. The defensemen are Neves and Toomey. The Gens going with Woleski, Jalbert and Hollingsworth, Greenwood and Riggs, the defensemen. Greenwood with an A on his chest, 3 alternate captains for the Generals. Greenwood, one of them, Young another. And I'm looking for the third. It's escaping my mind. It might just be 2. Hollingsworth gives chase into the offensive zone. Hollingsworth out for Woleski. Hartek takes it away. 11 minutes now remaining in this third period. Callerman to the offensive end. Callerman ahead for Toomey. Back to Callerman. Greenwood blocks the shot, and he's feeling it. Has to get back to the bench. Giants make their way to the offensive zone. Jalbert poked off his stick. Coming back the other way is the forward Callerman. Callerman now near side of the Gen zone. Throws it down into the corner. Stays up on the half wall. Carson sends it in. Glove down by Fleming. Played across to Jalbert. Connor Jalbert with a step in on the zone. Throws it back in front. Fanned on the pass. In the area was the defenseman. Back in front. Loose for Hollingsworth. His shot got redirected wide. Net was off its moorings, so the play stops with 10:23 remaining in this third period. So Cam Young comes on for the faceoff. Won back, though, by the BHA centerman. That was Burt. Now Pye ahead for Key. The cross-ice dump picked up by Weston. Delayed penalty against the Generals. Pye went down at center ice, and interference the call. Eric Projan looking for an explanation. The BHA bench got pretty loud. We saw it a couple times this weekend down in Philadelphia with the NA game. We saw it Friday night, an icing call that the official initially did not call an icing. Then once the bench was screaming at him, then put his arm up to call the icing. And then on Saturday night, a penalty call that originally was not called, but once the bench reacted and the players and coaches threw their arms up, then the official followed suit. I'm a firm believer that no matter what you make the call, if it's right or wrong, stand by the call. And I think Eric Projan is making that case. Projan was on the bench this weekend with the NA team, the associate head coach of the top team here in Attleboro. Another guy that got in very late Although he didn't even step foot in the building, I don't think. I think he dropped off Brian Erickson, who drove up with him, and he just stayed in the car and went home and got to sleep. I saw him this morning. I asked for line charts from Proj. I'm going to expose him. He looked at me and goes, "Come on, man, I got 4 hours of sleep." And I laughed and said, "I got 2. Filimonov into the offensive zone in the corner. BHA on the power play to Sapotnik. Sapotnik thrown in front. Save made by Feely. Filimonov takes it to the near side corner. Filimonov back across towards Sapotnik. Controls far side half wall. Back up towards Nikulin. Taken back by the Gens. Filimonov refines it, and now it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey. It's a 2-minute minor for cross-checking against Nikulin. So the Gens will go with the Hellier brothers up front, Greenwood and Riggs on the blue line. BHA goes with Filimonov and Sapotnik with Lavridnik. Make that Key and Tooney. So 3 forwards on the ice for BHA. Off the faceoff, Liam Hellier backhands it on net. Aiden Hellier finds it in the corner. Back to his brother in the corner on the cycle. So it goes to Key in the middle of the slot. He'll make his way up the ice. Key leaves it off. Toomey now into the slot up to Sapotnik. Sapotnik, nice move around Liam Hellier. Curls back up towards the blue line. Now in the slot, far side, Filimonov. Filimonov poked off his stick by Trevor Riggs. Physical play by a physical player. And Toomey sends it back in, taken back by Riggs. Riggs ahead. Here's Aiden Hellier. Hellier with space into the offensive zone. Thrown in front for his brother. They score! The Hellier brothers connect while 4-on-4, and the Gens get another one. BHA wanted an offsides call. They said Liam entered before Aiden. Not in the eyes of the officials. Aiden put it right in the slot for his brother Liam, who just redirected it past Malkin and into the back of the net. A 4-on-4 goal for the Gens. And the game is now 5-3 in favor of BHA. So the faceoff comes to center ice. Now Woleski with Giuliani, Jalbert, and Weston. 3 forwards on the ice for the Generals. Weston, the lone defenseman, carries the puck to the offensive end inside the near side corner. Now on the far side, backhands it up towards Jalbert. Connor Jalbert, now in the corner himself, comes together with Giuliani. Giuliani takes possession near side for Woleski. A bouncing puck goes off the wall, and then back to the Generals player. Woleski for Weston. Weston in the corner, back for Woleski. The two collide with each other. Come together, 2 BHA players, 2 Generals in the battle for possession. Giuliani can't keep it in. Now a 2-on-0, making it a 3-on-0 for BHA. Pye leads it, makes a move, nice goal for Brandon Pye. And BHA regains their 3-goal lead. Make that Nyan Pye. And it's 6-3 with 8:12 remaining in the third period. Gens now on the power play for the next 40 seconds. Giuliani with Jalbert, Boyson, Woleski, and Fleming are the players that line up on the back end. Both players with goals today. Puck comes to Boyson near side of the BHA blue line. Pushed down for Giuliani in the corner. Enzo Giuliani up top for Woleski. He keeps it in the zone. Woleski across the way for Jalbert. Poked off his stick by his number's sake in Brady Wong. Taken back by Boyson. Left off for Woleski. Woleski in the corner looking for a separation. Leaves it off for Jalbert. Jalbert back for Woleski. Down low for Giuliani. Giuliani looking for Woleski. The two connect. Back to 5-on-5. Played across off of a stick. Back door was Giuliani. He tried tucking it. Wasn't able to. Still loose. And now Malkin gets a piece of it and holds on for the whistle. So the Gens have another coach on the bench, Tyler Ram, a member of the NAHL team. Scored his first goal of the season this weekend on Friday. He was on a 2-on-0 with his brother Nick. Two graduates of the Gens Academy progressing up the NAHL's ladder of development, all in Attleboro. Started in the PHL with the U18 Generals, progressed up to the NA3HL Gens. Tyler made the trip to the Fraser Cup last season with the Gens NA3 team, where they made it to the semifinals, then got 10 games in the NA alongside his brother. And both players have been on the top squad's roster since day one this season. Played a lot of games together on the same line. Puck goes down for an icing, and last night it produced on the offensive end a 2-on-0. The Ram brothers together. And Tyler shot and scored his first goal of the season. Face-off won by BHA. Anderson, the shot goes wide. Up the near side wall into the neutral zone. Taken now AJ Perillo. Fleming lays a hit. Aiden Hellier comes in for possession. Hellier chips and chases. Neves back. Hellier's got Constantine and Perillo with him. Fleming and Greenwood, the defenseman. Fleming controls in the neutral zone, now in his own end. Pressured by Briggs. He'll make his way up the far side. Now through the middle of the ice. He was looking for Constantine, but a good stick by Anderson sends it back the other way. Constantine just outside his own blue line, leaves off for Fleming. Here comes Owen Fleming. Fleming, a nice move to the outside, though Neves shut it down effectively. And here comes Anderson working on Constantine. Pushed to the outside, the forward playing defense. Lavrichnik, a shot blocker save made by John Feely. Rebound picked up by Aiden Hellier. He'll take his time and set up the controlled breakout. To the near side, he finds Constantine. Nick Constantine will chip and get off for a change. 4 of the 5 Generals change. AJ Perillo stays hard on the forecheck. Giuliani comes in, takes possession. Nice toe drag. Trying to find someone in front. Puck goes to the corner. Perillo drops down, lays a hit onto the defenseman wearing number 5 today. That's Suri Nikulin. Puck gets played into the neutral zone. Riggs up the far side, taken by Sapotnik. Offsides was Filimonov. And the whistles come from the officials with 5:14 remaining in this third period. This is our last home broadcast for a little while, 2 weeks. Next weekend, the NA3HL Gens are on the road in New Jersey taking on the Titans. The NAHL Gens get the week off. Drew Weston, nice move, a backhand and a better save made by Malkin. And the Academy teams are up in Michigan. And then the week after that, the NA returns home to take on Philadelphia. The Academy returns home, I believe, to play Ulysses Academy from Montreal. And the NA3 team, I think they have a home game in 2 weeks as well. Let me check our calendar. No, they are at Bay State. And the Gens have a Thursday-Friday matchup in the NA with the Philadelphia Rebels. Puck comes back to the Gen zone for the faceoff. 4:41 to play in this third period. BHA leading the Gens Academy 6-3 in the back end of a weekend series. The Gens Academy, both 18 and 16 teams, hit the road and traveled to BHA yesterday. And BHA returned the favor coming to the Village today. The 16s fell by a score of 9-0 at 11:30. Here come the Gens, though. Enzo Giuliani up the ice, pushes it forward. Delayed penalty. Maybe not. John Feely went to the bench. Now he goes back to the net. Some confusion for the Generals as Ryan Boyson can't keep the puck in the zone. Filimonov loses it to Liam Hellier. Now Owen Fleming controls. 4 minutes and change remaining in this third period. Filimonov shut down by a General. Offsides called, and now we'll get some extra activity just in front of us in the booth. Filimonov throwing some hits onto Boyson. Gavin Hoffman lost his helmet. Fleming gets his guy and pulls him aside. Woleski's got his. So Boyson will go to the box. Hoffman will go to the box, both for the Generals. For BHA, Filimonov takes his seat in the bin. And the officials will discuss what's coming. 4:01 remaining in the third period. We're going to take a step aside. We'll be right back here on YouTube Live. So we're back on YouTube Live. We had the break for the coaches to get the discussion. Now the BHA coach won't let his players line up until he gets talked to. So now he's going to take his timeout, it looks like. So BHA takes their timeout, 4:01 remaining. The issue that the coach has, that's Nate Bostic, is that initially the ref said that BHA had a 5-minute power play. Now the call that they were giving them the 5-minute power play on was a slashing call, to which head coach of the Generals, Eric Projas, said, "What the heck, man, 5 minutes for slashing? What are you watching?" Right? So then they bring it down to a 2. That's upsetting the head coach of the BHA team because he was told he was going to get a 5-minute power play in a game that his team is winning 6-3 with only 4 minutes to play. So effectively, you're going to end the game 5-on-4 on the power play. Instead, a 2-minute minor goes up on the board for Ryan Boyson, who sits in the box for the Generals. Filimonov and Gavin Hoffman have both made the trips back to their respective locker rooms, and their nights are over. And we're about ready to go after the BHA timeout. It'll be a 2-minute power play for BHA for half of what's left in regulation. 4:01 left in regulation. They send out Pai with Briggs and Wong. Toomey on the blue line alongside Burt. For the Generals, it's Woleski with Riggs, Weston, and Jalbert. Toomey down low for Wong. Wong pushed up towards the blue line. It goes to the far side for Weston, up the middle of the ice to Jalbert. Jalbert avoiding a big collision while Toomey comes in for possession. Toomey will get his feet moving up the near side. Over the red line, now over the blue line. Puts the brakes on. Jalbert knocks it down. Here comes a 3-on-2 for the Gens. Riggs doesn't join the effort. Near side, Jalbert on his backhand. Cuts towards the net. Backdoor to Woleski, but he couldn't pull the trigger, and Malkin is forced to hold on. 1:26 remaining in the BHA power play. Quinn Hollingsworth comes on with Liam Hellier. Jalbert and Woleski will go back to the bench. Riggs and Weston stay. Sapotnik and Liam Hellier in the faceoff. Sapotnik won it. Pushed to the far side corner, now behind the net. Held on to by the defenseman wearing 18, Joey Curtatone. BHA up the far side. A bad pass taken by Drew Weston. Lavrinchik goes to Sapotnik. They make their way back into the offensive end. Up top towards the blue line for Nikulin. Near side Key. Key drops down a shot. Squeaked through John Feely, but off net and into the corner. Sapotnik pinched off possession. Up top, Nikulin walks the blue line, holds, middle of the ice, walks back towards the far side, goes to Key on the near side. Key down low for 18 in Curtatone, and the puck comes into the BHA zone. Key holds on, goes back to the far side for Nikulin. Now 25 seconds remaining in the BHA power play. Key will make his way up the ice to the near side for Curtatone. Pinched off by Owen Fleming. Nikulin keeps it in. Long shot redirected by Lavrinchik in front. John Feely got a piece of it, pushed it to the corner. 9 seconds remaining on the power play. Lavrinchik near side half wall, walking up to Key to Nikulin. Backdoor, Sapotnik a shot. Gets patted away by Feely. Even strength. Liam Hellier back on the ice with Giuliani and Fleming. Giuliani with a step, pushed to the outside, absorbs contact, finds Fleming though, back in front, and there for it was no one. Aiden Hellier gets it at the blue line, back down low in the corner for Giuliani. Giuliani pinched off possession by Nikulin, taken back by Liam Hellier. Now Owen Fleming. Fleming in the corner, thrown in front, goes off of Nikulin, back into the corner, and sent around the boards. Trevor Riggs racing to keep it in, he does. Pushes it down into the corner. Liam Hellier back to Riggs, back in front. Aiden Hellier was a bit too far. The net comes off in the face-off. Will come outside with 1:19 remaining in regulation. That brings on Hollingsworth with Woleski and Jalbert, Weston and Riggs. Hollingsworth will stay on the near side of the ice with the face-off on the far side neutral zone location. Here he comes back into the offensive end. Watch for John Feely to go to the bench. Puck gets put into the middle of the ice. High sticking called. Face-off will stay inside. 1:11 on the clock. Feely looking for a call from his coach. He'll stay in the crease for now. Jalbert will take the draw. Woleski in the trigger position. Face-off pushed forward by Jalbert into the corner. He recognized the placement of the defenseman and an easy win. Riggs, a long shot, redirected, still loose in front. Nice save made by Malkin. Puck goes to the far side, now under a minute remaining. Woleski controls, wraps it around the glass to the far side for Jalbert. Connor Jalbert can't keep it in the zone. Here comes Pye. Pye, far side, thrown in front, looking for a teammate in Burt, though it goes the way of Drew Weston wearing a white jersey. 38 seconds now in regulation. Weston up the near side. Nice move around Burt into the offensive end, looking to the far side for Jalbert, and Burt will come the other way. 2-on-1 with Pye. Pass for Pye is bouncing, goes to the near side corner. Now 25 seconds remaining in regulation. Still a 3-goal game. Gens looking to get another one on the board. Puck sent back into the Gen zone. Feely out of the crease to play it. Plays to the near side. It was for Woleski, but he wasn't in the right area. Now the puck stays inside the corner. 4 seconds on the clock. Battle for possession, and that's pretty much going to do it. The buzzer goes, and BHA picks up the 6-3 win over the Generals. The academy for the Gens will be in Michigan next week. I was talking to Brian Erickson. He's excited to make the trip out with the Academy kids. If I'm the Academy kids, I'm excited to have Brian Erickson coming with me. It's one thing to get to play high-level Tier 1 hockey and get to go around the country playing in the NAPHL. It's another thing when your coaching staff is an actual coaching staff for the NAHL team. You get the head coach of the NA, the associate head coach of the NA, and all the resources that comes with that coming with you to Michigan. So they'll be in Michigan next week. They're back home in 2 weeks, along with the NA, for a Thursday and Friday matchup against the Philadelphia Rebels. We'll have all the action on Hockey TV. But for now, from everybody at the Northeast Generals, I'm Ezra Janello. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Go Giants.